Welcome to the Power of Laughter. This podcast explores all the many ways in which laughter transforms our lives, our communities, our relationships, and our workplaces. On today's show, I interview Lora Pesant. She is the founder of Adventures in Wellness. She is also a laughter leader and trainer, a yoga instructor, a reflexologist. Laura's got a lot going on when it comes to helping us with our mental wellness. And on today's show, we talk about all the ways in which laughter helps us with our courage, with our confidence, how it helps us show up authentically in different spaces, and both having neurodiversity as one of our special attributes. We talk about how laughter has helped us become more comfortable with who we are. And I'm so excited for you to listen to this conversation. So yeah, welcome to the
Yay.
show, Laura. I'm so glad you're here.
Thanks so much for having me. I'm really, really excited to connect with you.
It's been so wonderful to meet people in the laughter community and realize what a community it is. Like it's all over the world. Any time of day, you can hop online and there's a group laughing. So I'm so glad to meet you though, because we're both on the same landmass, and hopefully we will meet even in the coming months with some of the things that you've
Yes.
got going on. But first, I'd love to know, what was laughter like for you growing up? Was it something that did exist in your home? Did it not exist in your home? Can you think of sort of like your earlier relationship with laughter?
Oh, that's a really great and deep question. And I would say that in my home, I had times of laughter, but I had a lot of not so laughy moments as well. So just I guess a little like snippet is like we had mental health and addiction challenges and stepdad that worked shift work. So we had to be really quiet in the home a lot as well. And so I think that actually something that brought me to laughter yoga was not having as much laughter as what I would have loved to have growing up. So I'm kind of making up for it as an adult now.
Yeah, I really relate to that. I lived in a house with a stressed out father, and it was, like, be quiet, like he's stressed out, things aren't going well today. And I've shared before, but I had to learn how to have like a quiet laugh so that my laugh was silenced. And like, it's so sad now to think about that. And I mean, I'm a parent too, so I get that these you affect your children in ways you might not realize you are. But laughter yoga for me has been that, like, reclaiming my laugh and finding
Yes.
more joy. So do you want to share kind of like the middle of your life, and were there things that kind of happened for you that led you to wanting to have more laughter and joy in your life?
Yeah, so as a young adult, I went on a bit of a journey of wellness and spirituality and found yoga and kind of experimented a little bit with different spiritual practices. And through yoga teacher training in 2008, I heard about laughter yoga. And I knew that, of course, laughter is great for stress relief and also throughout childhood, early adulthood, and even into now too, I have anxiety. So something that helps me now, of course, with anxiety is my laughter practice. And so I actually came to laughter yoga a couple of years after my yoga teacher training when I had a travel experience that was quite traumatic and disturbing for me, and it really piqued my anxiety. And so at that point, I was doing lots of different wellness practices to help me get to a place to feel brave enough to try laughter yoga. And so I found laughter yoga in New Zealand, where I was living at the time, and went and trained to be a laughter yoga leader before ever trying laughter yoga because I knew that it was something that I needed and didn't know how or why, but just yeah, decided to jump into it.
Yeah, that's so interesting. That was actually my experience too. I was certified in probably, yeah, 2012, 2013, and I had only really seen it online. I'd never done it before and had someone kind of come to town and do it. So I was like, this seems important. I'm going to do it. Um,
Oh, that's
but it
amazing.
it took a
That's
long
really great.
time for me to have the courage to actually do it. So,
Right. Yeah.
yeah. But I'd love to know, one, are you comfortable sharing what anxiety feels like for you, or in
Mhm.
your earlier experiences with it? What was that like?
Yeah. So let's see. The first, like, I guess as a child, I'd be a pretty worried kiddo. So I'd be worried about natural disasters or something that I haven't thought about in a long time, but was like if there was a little like bump in a carpet or something, I'd be like, oh, it's a snake. It's a snake. There's a snake there. And so I'd have just like little periods of fear and all of that. And then when I was a teenager, I had a panic attack and thought that I was having a heart attack and thought that I was dying. And got my mom to take me to the doctor, and the doctor checked me out and asked so a series of questions and said that, yeah, it was a panic attack. And so that was pretty eye-opening that I could have that experience that felt so physical in my body, that my body was shutting down or that I was dying or something like that. But it was coming from my mind essentially. And so that was kind of the first connection that I was having to like how impactful and how powerful our mind can be, and
Yeah.
how important it is to prioritize taking care of ourselves and also feeling our feelings too. So because for a good long time, anxiety was something that I would cover up, I would hide, I was shameful about it, I didn't want people to know, and I also would fight with it. And so when it would come, it was like, oh, I need to distract myself. And I would say that laughter in a sense has helped me to feel brave enough to like to know that I've got tools within myself to, like, if difficult feelings come up, then I can be with them, I can be compassionate to them. uh, they can tell me things, and it's often a message that I need to hear, but I may not always want to hear at the time, but it's like I can have a bit of a relationship with it, and then I can also laugh with it as well instead of fighting with it.
Yeah, that's really powerful, that connection. And I often think about how much we study the things that we don't like that happen with our mental health instead of the things that are really good for us. And I don't know if you experience this, but when I'm laughing, especially if I'm not the one leading the laughter, like I can't think, like there's no thinking going on. I'm just like really in the moment, present, laughing, just
Yes.
breathing.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. I completely agree. I find it to be the best way to bring us into presence because we're, just here now, connecting with each other, and we're not able, or I mean, I'm not able to worry about the past or think about the future or any of that. It's like the best form of meditation and best form of presence is laughing, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I love that you just said the meditation piece because I think what's cool about it is you're also with other people. So it's not this isolated solo meditation, but you're actually like the other people are helping with that meditation as you're doing it
Yeah.
together.
Absolutely. Yeah, I love that. And that's actually something really important to me too, because I love that, I don't know, shared connection, shared accountability, shared experience. That's really huge and powerful in my practices as well. Because I'm, as much as I'd love to be self-motivated all the time, I'm not quite as self-motivated as what I set out to be sometimes. And so it's good to have that community.
Yeah. So you did your yoga teacher training, then you did your laughter leader training. And then what happened? So that happened in New Zealand.
Yeah.
Did you do the
Mhm.
training in New Zealand as well while you were there?
I did, yeah. So I did the training. I was living in Dunedin, New Zealand, in the South Island, and the training was in Christchurch. And so I traveled to Christchurch, and one of the triggers of my anxiety is flying. And so I, of course, needed to take anxiety medication when I flew to Christchurch. It's just a 45-minute flight. It's not too far at all. And then after doing my leader training, I felt just so wonderful within myself that I brought my anxiety medication, but I didn't need to use it on the flight on the way home, which was pretty special and felt really powerful as well. And we started, so myself and someone that I met at the laughter leader training, we started a laughter club in Dunedin. And that ran for the last, I think it was just the last year that I was there, because I think I started it in, what was it? End of 2010 was when I did my training. So I think it was early 2011 that I started it. And I ran it for a year. And then we got some other folks trained. And they have this really beautiful group in Dunedin that I got to meet up with a few of the members because I went back to New Zealand a few weeks back. So in January, we got to meet up on the beach and laugh together, and the group's still going strong 14 years later, which is pretty, or I guess what is it? Yeah, 15 years later now.
That's
So
amazing. That's
yeah, it's
quite an
pretty cool. Eh?
accomplishment. Yeah.
Mhm.
And I think it just, it's a testament to how good it feels, right? People keep coming back. It keeps attracting new people. I don't know if you notice sometimes people come in and out of it. It feels
Yes.
good. They like it, but then life, life does life things, but then they realize like I could really use that laughter.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And I relate to that actually too. Like there's times in my life that I've gotten busy and I forget to laugh, and then also yeah, times where I'm doing it a lot more as well.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
then you came back to where did you come back to?
Yeah, that's yeah, really great question. So in 2012, early 2012, I moved to Calgary,
Okay.
and yeah, and so that's where I'm living now. So I've been living here for, it's just been over 14 years, and we have Calgary Laughter Club now. So I love collaboration, and again, just the community piece of it is such a like passion of mine, and so I did try to do an individual club in my community, and I just found that I didn't like, I wasn't getting I mean as many people showing up, but also my own energy levels too can kind of go up and down depending with my own mental health and my neurodivergence and all of that. And so it's really good to have a community. And so now we have several leaders that take turns. Usually about once a month we lead, and so right now we're online. Of course, before COVID, we were in person, and we still have occasional in-person meetups, but it's so easy just to turn on our computer and meet with people from around the world. So that's what we're doing right now.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Mhm.
And so Adventures in Wellness, that business is specifically yours, or is this part of a group as well?
Yeah, that's right. Adventures in Wellness is my business, and so it's laughter plus. So I do yoga, I do breath work, I do reflexology, and I'm currently certifying in mental health first aid. So I'm going to be offering mental health first aid facilitation training. Actually, sorry, I'm training as a facilitator, and I'm going to offer mental health first aid training. So
Amazing.
yeah, yeah.
That's on my list of things to collect as well. So,
Oh, very
yeah, so I'll have
cool.
to chat about that.
Yeah.
You mentioned a moment ago about being neurodiverse, and I wonder, um, do you think that it's a different experience for you in laughing, in leading laughter groups, in laughter yoga, with that?
Mm. Oh, that's a great question. I think that probably neurodivergence has made it so that I so I got diagnosed with ADHD at the age of 40, so that was 3 years ago. And oh, you too? Yeah,
Yeah,
okay. Yeah,
30, but same,
30.
yeah,
Right,
same
yeah,
mind.
exactly. But as an adult, and
Yeah.
so it's a lot of the things make sense now. And it took me a little while to yeah, to actually go through and get a diagnosis with it. And it's actually my siblings that both got diagnosed that made me think like, oh, but I have similar symptoms to you. And they said, yeah, I think you might, might want to go and chat with somebody about that. So neurodivergence, I would say that I really gear my sessions to be inclusive to folks. And so I want to make sure that people know that they have choice in what they're doing. I want to make sure that I guess there's like consensual things that are going on. That's super important to me. Also, I can get really, really excited about projects. So planning laughter conferences. This is my second one that we'll probably talk about in a little bit in September. And we have a wonderful committee. It's not just me that's doing it, and same with the last one in Canmore as well. But I get super excited about these projects that are going to bring people together and all of that. And then I find actually when I'm laughing more, I can focus better actually. So I can't remember what chemical, what hormone that is. It might be, I don't know, maybe the dopamine, epinephrine. I don't know exactly, but anyway, I find that I can focus a lot better. And so if I am having a kind of blah day where I'm having trouble focusing, go for a walk and then let out some laughter as I'm walking. and I can take out my cell phone and pretend I'm talking to somebody if I want
I
to.
love
But sometimes when no one's around in the forest, I just let out laughter as I'm walking, and I come back refreshed. And for sure, fresh air would have to do with it, but I think
that.
laughter has a lot to do with it as well.
That is so great. Yeah. Do you have any other places that you have laughed in public
Yeah.
by yourself?
Yeah. Oh, by myself in public? Let's see. I mean, beaches.
Yep.
Um, I'm trying to think of other. I don't think by myself, actually, to be honest. I think, yeah, just beaches, forests, like more places, driving, of
Yeah,
course.
that's a good
And
one.
so, yeah, that's a good one because people, you got your windows rolled up and they just think you're having a conversation or whatever. Um, but I'd say that, like, so I met up with this really wonderful person named Alex in Mexico, in Puerto Morelos in Mexico. And we went to this um, kind of not a dome, but like where people get married. I can't remember what the things are called, but anyway, it's like I don't know, it had this incredible sound to it. And
Mm.
so it was just him and I that we met up, and we did a laughter session together where we went back and forth leading laughter exercises, and the sound was like there were 60 people laughing, like
I love that. That is so
yeah, in
cool.
this kind of gazebo thing, maybe that's the word for it. But and it was right by the beach, and yeah, just really really special to do that.
That
So
is
that was a public place that was just us two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think leading laughter, I mean, because sometimes I don't know all the places you've been, but sometimes like you are the first one laughing and it's hard to kind of get the group going. Has that affected like your confidence in yourself or how you show up in the world in other places outside of laughter?
Yeah, that's a really great question. So, yeah, I've been told actually several times that this is a very courageous profession to be doing this, actually, because it's bringing people outside of their comfort zones. And I love that. And sometimes I do for sure get into like doubting myself, like, oh, is this really helping people when it can be so uncomfortable? And you know, some people feel pretty darn uncomfortable, like it's ripping them outside of their comfort zones, and they're not, some people actually will say like, hey, that's just not my thing.
Yeah.
And that's totally okay. And so I can sometimes, especially like I've done a group of teenagers, and there were like a solid handful of people that were just sitting there, like rolling their eyes, and like, and it's hard to, like,
It
and
is.
so essentially it's, just inviting people in the capacity that they have. And I think that's really what I need to remind myself about is like, not everybody has the capacity to laugh, like, to be honest, actually
Yeah.
not everybody has that at this point, and maybe they will at one time. But my job is really to support people where they're at, to encourage people to laugh together, and if laughter doesn't happen, maybe we smile and breathe, and
Yeah.
that's okay as well. And maybe if we don't feel like smiling, then we just take in the energy as well. So I imagine that, like, I don't know, I hope that I touch somebody, like I touch people in a positive way. That sounds funny, but what I mean is like that I kind of open something in some sort of joy in them. And that's all I can do, really, is have my intention out there, and then the rest is up to the folks to pick it up or leave it if they want to as well.
Yeah, and we never know what happens after. Like,
Yeah.
like there's this one person's face that has been in my mind for months that just did not enjoy the experience. And the whole time they were just like arms crossed. And but I just kept telling myself, maybe later that night they went home and talked to their partner and they laughed about it. Or like who knows how it can kind of evolve into something where maybe if there is a future time they think differently. Like we don't know, and everyone's processing happens at different speeds and in different ways. So, yeah, I mean, there can be some really uncomfortable moments where, like, I just want to leave. This is so awkward. But I think that's part of it too. Like, for me, it is that journey of can I really let it go? Like, I come from a yogic background as well. So it's like, free of judgment of myself, free of judgment of others, and just like how vulnerable can I be and then
Yes,
survive.
yes. Exactly. No, no, that's right. Yeah, yeah, we're still breathing afterwards, right? So yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. And how does it feel to sit with vulnerability, or how does it feel
Yeah.
to sit with awkwardness as well, right? Like
Yeah.
that's a lot of learning and growth that can come with that too.
Yeah, and I don't know if you relate to this, but being neurodiverse and then realizing, like, I didn't know this growing up. I always thought, yeah, I'm a little bit of a weirdo, but I didn't recognize that it was like something different. Like my processing was different, and so
Right.
identifying that later, I have really kind of shaped it as like, this has helped me have a skill set that other people don't. And when I'm doing laughter yoga, I feel like I can be that weirdo without like filtering myself, right? Which because I feel like I spend so much time trying to like be quote unquote normal. But during that, it's like, I am weird. I am showing up in front of a group of strangers and I'm like, ha ha ha. So it's like, it like gives me that permission to like have a moment where I'm not trying to contain myself. I don't know if you feel that at all.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And that's something that's so important to me is actually being authentic to who I am and being truly myself. And so something that really doesn't resonate with me in laughter yoga explaining is the fake laughing. Like I actually that doesn't resonate with me because I don't feel like I'm fake laughing. I feel like I'm making laughter sounds with my breath. I'm choosing to laugh. Those things. And sometimes that really resonates with people because, if I didn't fake it, I wouldn't make it, or, something like that.
Yeah.
But for me, I don't say let's fake laugh. I say let's smile and make joyful sounds with our breath, or um, yeah, or choose to laugh, or because we can't fake breathe. And so to
Yeah.
me, I don't. Uh, I don't know. I don't want to say fake laughing because then that starts to put up a mask or a facade or
Absolutely.
something. And I want it to be like, hey, this is really me. And like, let's all show up together bravely ourselves.
Yeah.
Right.
Laura,
So,
I love that. The word it's a sticky word, right? It's hard to just say the word and get on with what you're doing when you've just inserted this, inauthentic statement about what we're going to do.
mhm,
So yeah, I'm
mhm.
going to throw that out. And I like I think language is so important, especially I don't know if you've had this before, but even using the word yoga because so many people think that's going to be like we're rolling out mats, we're going to be like stretching and things.
Yeah.
I think sometimes if people, don't ask further questions or read more, they kind of assume it's going to be like a typical yoga class that they might
Yeah.
have experienced.
Mhm,
So I try to kind of skirt around that word sometimes too
yep.
and just say laughter
Mhm,
session.
mhm. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And I think that word again is a word that has a lot of connotation to it, right? And so I've gone back and forth with that. And intentional laughter, I like that one. But I've come back to laughter yoga, and I think that's because of how important yoga has been in my life too, and that there's so many different types of yoga. It's not just the physical postures that the West sees as yoga, right? There's service, there's breathing, there's self reflection, there's yoga nidra, like the meditation, the yogic sleep. And so, like, to me, yoga is yoga is yoga. Like, there's so many different types of yoga. And yeah, maybe there's some audiences that it doesn't resonate so much with. And so, yeah, we can play with it a little bit, but I do actually I quite like the yoga of laughter yoga
Yeah. And
as
what's
well.
what's awesome about that is, I do find that this is a space where you can be flexible and you can adjust as you need, just like you would in a yoga class of any type, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Um,
right.
so I would love to know, like, what's the mission for you with laughter? Like if the biggest laughter dream of your life could come true, like what is it that you're hoping to leave the world with or experiences that you're hoping to create?
I think that with my mental health experience, my family's mental health experience, and also just with how prevalent it is well, it always has been, but today we're actually starting to be comfortable with talking about it. I think that uh, I'm looking to really combine, and I don't know if it's combine, it's like integrate, it's like all the same, but essentially just how important joy is to our mental health. And so my kind of mission is to make well-being accessible and fun and exciting. And so the more that we can look forward to something, the more that we're going to do it and going to take care of ourselves and all of those things, or at least that resonates with me. And so I feel like if it resonates with me, then it may resonate with a few other people as well to make well-being an adventure, as my name as the name of the business, Adventures in Wellness.
Yeah,
So
I love that. And I love that, it's a broader way of looking at adventure, right? Because I
mhm.
think traditionally we think of climbing a mountain, jumping out of a plane. It doesn't have to be something so risky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Like even just going out, I don't know if it's gonna happen soon. I think it'll happen soon. Usually the side of my house, our bulbs start coming out because we've almost got this little microclimate between because our houses are quite close to each other. And so, but a little bit of sun still comes in. And so just even like the magic of seeing like fresh beautiful flowers that bloom in the spring, like that to me is an everyday adventure, like just going and like seeing awe in day-to-day things, which is, I don't know, which is accessible and feels really really wonderful as
Yeah.
well.
It sounds like nature is really important to you.
Hmm.
Are there ways that we can make our time in nature more joyful? Maybe we're not at the place where we're going to laugh in the
But
woods
yeah,
by
yeah.
ourselves. But yeah, are there
Mhm.
some things we can think or do when we're in nature that add more joy?
I think zooming in to things that are going on because, well, zooming in and zooming out. And actually, it was Trevor Noah that had this talk on because he has ADHD as well. And he was talking about how ADHD is kind of a challenge of focus. And so you can either zoom right in or zoom way out. And, sometimes that can be really beneficial, but sometimes it can be overwhelming and all of that. And so I find that in nature, if we can you know, like, yeah, zoom right in and see this like intricate twig that is going and all, and just kind of think about like, oh, I wonder what made it grow in that direction. And, there's moss or lichen or whatever it's called there that grows on it and just, I don't know, be curious really. Like that's kind of my thing is going into nature and being curious about all of the different cool things. And I think that having children is so awesome for that because they're naturally will go and be like, what's that bug? And it's like, well, let's look at it. Let's pick it up. Let's like
Yeah.
see what it does. And I think, yeah, zooming into nature is pretty cool. And when we realize like how many miracles are out there, it's pretty awe-inspiring and
Yeah.
brings me joy anyway.
And that sense of wonder that you kind of spoke to as well, right? Like just like,
Mhm.
wow, this is
Yeah.
incredible. Yeah.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
so you have your North American Laughter Conference coming up in
Yeah.
the fall. Can you tell me a little bit about how that came to be? What would people expect at that, and who comes to something like that?
Yeah, I'm so excited about it. Um, we've got laughter yoga practitioners, I'd say from across Canada and the US that are helping organize this conference. And so we have, let's see, we've got this really lovely venue on the coast. So it's right on the ocean in White Rock, BC. And White Rock um, has an active laughter yoga community as well that I'm really excited to meet and connect with too. And who is it for? It would be for people who are laughter practitioners generally and friends. So if someone is brand new to laughter yoga, they're very welcome to come. And we will be doing laughter yoga, but we're not only doing laughter yoga, we'll also be doing other kind of practices that people have developed and they may incorporate into their laughter sessions as well. And we are planning a laughter contest. So the two people that are involved on our committee, like two of the several folks that are organizing it with me are World Laughing Champions. So Kelly and Carla were both World Laughing Champions, and Kelly is actually the current World Laughing Champion. And so we'll be doing we're planning to do a World Laugh, or I don't actually, sorry, I'm not sure if it's going to be the like a North American the laughter championship, or if it's going to be the World Laughing Championship. We're still figuring that out as well. But yeah, really excited about it. It's going to be an intimate gathering. There's about 60 people that can come to it for the space that we have. But then we'll also be doing outdoor events, a public event, and then some volunteering and acts of kindness around the community as well.
That's amazing.
So yeah, so it'll be pretty darn cool. I'm really excited.
Yeah, I'm planning to be there. It's in my calendar, so I just got to get my ticket. Have
That's
you ever
awesome.
been to a laughter competition before, or can you share with us what is that for people who are like, what?
Yeah. So Albert Nuremberg, who did the documentary Laughology, do you know Albert?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So Albert started it, and he said that it was like, I did an interview with him actually on the beginnings of the laughing competition,
Oh, cool.
and he would screen his documentary Laughology, and it wasn't quite an hour and a half like a typical movie. And so in the end of the documentary, he would do a laughing competition, like
Oh,
get
I
people
love
to come
that.
and compete to be the best laugher and
Yeah.
at the documentary. And so I guess that kind of took off, and then they started with doing country-based competitions.
Yeah.
And so now there's competitions that are all over the world, held on Zoom right now, and then they do the world championships based on who wins, of course, in their country. And I had the privilege of hosting with the Canadian Laughing Champion, Sharon, in August, and Kelly won the Canadian Laughing Championship this time around. So it's a
That's
series
amazing.
of different laughs that they need to do, and they each take turns doing laughs, and then people vote on who won that particular laugh. And then based on the number of votes they get, we'll decide whether they continue on or not. And then there's two people that do kind of a duel, and then they compete for the championship. So
That's
it's
amazing.
pretty fun, and
Yeah.
it's because some folks are who do laughter yoga are concerned about the competitiveness of it, and not
Mhm.
the collaborative laughter yoga philosophy, and really it's all in good fun. Like yeah, everybody's friendly, and it's just to bring more joy and laughter to people. That is we need more of that. So to me, anything that is kind and creates laughter,
Mhm.
let's do it.
Yeah, I love that. Before we go, I would love to try something out. Are you willing to share your favorite laughter exercise and we can do it together? Do you have one that's like your go-to that always makes you laugh?
Yeah, I have so many. I have so many. But I do really love ones that you're expressing gratitude to each other.
Okay.
And I also really love ones that empower ourselves too. So
Yes.
that's what I think I'm going to go with. I think
Okay.
I'm going to go with laughing at yourself.
All right, let's lead us.
Yeah, yeah, let's do it. So essentially we just point at ourselves with our thumbs. We open our chest nice and big because we're just proud, and we strut our stuff, and we laugh at ourselves.
All right, here we go.
Yay.
Yay. Oh, Laura, thank you so much. This has been so much fun. I'm really looking forward to meeting you in the fall. Thank you for all of the joy that you spread in this world. And we'll be in touch soon.
Yeah, thank you so much. And to you too. This was such a pleasure. Thank you. Can't wait to laugh with you in person.
Thank you for tuning into this conversation I had with Laura today. I hope that if you are new to laughter yoga, maybe you've never tried a class before, you will be inspired by the conversation we had to tune into one. Hopefully, it's Laura's, and we will see each other there and we can laugh together. There are classes all over the world. So if the time doesn't work for you there is going to be one that fits with wherever you are. I hope that if you are a laughter leader, that you are going to check out the conference coming up this September in Vancouver. I'm going to be there, so I'd love to see you there. And if you have a topic around laughter that you think would be really interesting to explore, maybe you know someone that has studied something specific around laughter, or you know another laughter leader that you think has a great story, please let me know. And I hope until we meet again that you have a lot of ha ha ha's and ho ho ho's.